Literally, I have to wear out the fish, and that's such a epic. Oh no! And I got Nevo on here with me. Say hi, Nevo.
Hello. Hello, guys.
So we're gonna ignore him. He's like a pro player at this game, and he doesn't even know how to skin an animal. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Albion. I have been learning so much about this game, including things like fishing. And this is not going to be a tips and tricks video like one. If you saw tips and tricks video and you thought, oh, JCF tips and tricks video, this is JCF gameplay. It's a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more chill, but we are going to have a lot of fun. We're going to learn. You're going to learn a lot about this game because I've been learning a lot about this game. And so you're still going to learn a ton. It's just going to be a little bit slower. And we're going to have fun. We're going to have a lot of fun while we do it. And I got Nevo on here with me. Say hi, Nevo.
Hello. Hello, guys.
And so he's going to help because I'm learning a lot, but there's still stuff that I can learn or that he knows a lot more than me. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is obviously fishing because fishing is pretty cool in this game. And so you throw it out based on how far you throw it out. So if you go like this, you can throw it really far, throw it a little bit, and you can throw it like that. This actually doesn't really matter on like right here where I'm at, unless you see a fish. If you see a fish in the water, then you're gonna want to try to aim right at that fish. It's gonna give you extra bonuses for getting better fish. But if you're just fishing randomly, then it doesn't really matter where in the water, as long as you make it in the water. There's places you can accidentally get it on the shore, which is such a cool mechanic that they added that. So the fact that this fish is fighting me so hard means it's probably a better fish than what I normally get. I don't have that great of gear. I'm still pretty low level in this. You can see how the fish is actually losing ground. That means that the fish is a really good fish. So I'm pretty excited about getting this fish. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take a while. I have to wear out the fish. And that's such a epic. Oh no! Wow, I wasn't paying attention. That's actually the first time I've lost it. Dang it! Dang it. That was a good fish. Okay, well, I got a fish like that earlier. It's not as fun when you don't get it, but here we go. Spotted trout. Which those of you who are like got amazing fishing gear, that's not that great of a fish, but man, I am so bummed that I just lost that fish. I'm so busy listening to myself talk that I missed it. So you see how it bobbed just then? You hear that noise and it bobbed a little bit? That's when you're gonna grind it. So this fish is not nearly as good. It's kind of pretty easy one.
The best fish, I mean, not really a fish, but it's a shark, you know?
Well, yes, but that's
And
probably in a black zone, right?
yeah, so I'm not sure if you can get it in a red zone, but for sure you can get it in what it's called, in a black zone. And
Yeah.
the shark is 1 mil, so that's pretty expensive.
Yeah, I bet. So, so basically, the mechanics are the same though here versus there. Obviously, in a black zone, you could have a PvP person come. You really have to protect yourself because you know anyone can come kill you and get all your stuff. And if you're gonna go for a shark, you need a good fishing pole, which means there we go. We got some logs. So we're still pretty low level, but you guys are getting the idea. Another thing that I learned, which let me see if I can let's kill this guy. This guy is what's going on with him? All right. So let's see. How close are we? So in the tech tree, one of the things that I learned is, and this is a huge thing that you got to know this, is that basically, okay, we're going to manufacture this a little bit. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take one of these books that I've gotten from the arena. 10,000. Yeah, let's take one of these 10,000. We're going to use one. Okay, now it says learning point reached. And what that means, I got my learning point on a lot of things. So when you hit a learning point, you've essentially leveled up. You can now go to those things, clicking on them. And we are going to hit learn. Boom. So we can now use tier 6 gear. Boom, just like that. Hit learn. Boom. Now we can use tier 6 gear here because I hit 30. This is a very critical level to hit right now. So we're gonna have to go buy some tier 6 gear, which that's another thing I want to show you guys stuff and how to do the shop. So now that we have gotten to basically we can have tier 6 gear, we're gonna go to the market. I'm gonna show you a little bit about buying stuff in the market. It's gonna be really helpful. You can see here that I can't even farm this without an expert stone hammer. I have all the gear, but not all of it is fully leveled up. I'm still pretty low level. Some mobs like these guys right here, you actually kill them and then they give you the loot, or they let you then mine it, which is kind of a clever thing. I thought that was a really epic way that the developers set that up. So this is stone. You can make a lot of money from mining. I did not realize that even though I'm very low level, you can get quite a bit. So I could fight this guy, but he's gonna drop the stuff that I don't need anyway. So we're gonna just run away from him. So stone requires a hammer, and then obviously trees require an axe. You learn that in the tutorial.
I'll be right back.
And then this requires a pickaxe. You learn that in the tutorial. And then, of course, in other zones, there's going to be, wheat that you can harvest, or different types of reeds and stuff. Yellow zone, which right above the mini-map, you see that little yellow square. That's the type of zone you're in. So you could be yellow, blue. Blue is the no PvP. Yellow is PvP, but you don't lose your gear. Red is you lose your gear, and I actually don't know the difference between red and black, but it's pretty, basically black is more valuable. You're going to want to bring better stuff. And so, okay, so we're going into Martlock. Martlock is the city where everything happens in Martlock. So this guy right here, you can enlist, get a faction flag, which gives you more fame, so you can level up faster. Also got this bag here, where you can see that I get extra combat fame in exchange for silver, which is pretty awesome.
So
Nevo, there you are. I was wondering.
I was a bit FK.
I was wondering, have you skinned animals? What does that look like?
Yeah, so you can just buy a skin from the market and then...
Well, yeah, we know. I'm talking about the actual grinding it. If you grind for it, so basically, is it kind of like when you kill a stone giant and you use your stone hammer to do it? It's basically you kill the animal and then it allows you to skin it. You don't know how to farm. Nevo doesn't learn how to do these things in games, so we're gonna ignore him. He's like a pro player at this game, and he doesn't even know how to skin an animal. So we're gonna ignore him.
All I do is PvP, do group dungeons, and craft items.
Okay.
I'm a crafter.
So when you
also I have one tip.
All right, what's the tip?
When you flag up for doing dungeons and stuff like that, make sure you don't enable the PvP, the aggressive mode, because if you do, you will lose your flag.
Oh, got it. Basically what he's saying is when you get the flag, don't go into aggressive mode in the zones. Otherwise, if someone so you're saying not even if someone kills you, just if you move to aggressive mode, you no longer have the flag.
No. So just if you enable the aggressive mode.
Got it. That's a really good tip. So basically, even if you don't die, just the very act of enabling aggressive mode makes you lose your flag. Now, so Nevo, does that mean if you go into that little center PvP zone that you enter, which we can show you guys later, if you enter that zone, does it mean you lose the flag immediately?
No,
because...
no.
Okay, great.
If you enter PvP zones and you're still on like defensive mode or passive mode, or I don't know, you won't lose your flag. I'm not sure about black zones because, for example, in yellow zones and red zones, you can choose between being an aggressive and passive. But in black zone, everyone is free for all, so you can't be an aggressive or passive.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure if you lose your flag.
Okay, so now we are in the market. I want to show you guys a little bit about the market. So obviously some of it's just going to be intuitive. You go in here, we're going to click in melee. So immediately when you go into the shop and you're looking for higher tier gear, you're going to notice there's a lot of different weapons. And they're pretty much the same except for the third weapon. So this one, the Master Bedrock Mace, does a long front line where you knock everyone back. And so that might be good for like the arena fights when you're trying to lock in a zone. That might be a pretty good one. This one lets you debuff, shrink all enemies with a cone in front of you, decreasing their maximum current health by 25%, damage dealt, and healing by 40%. So that's a really strong debuff on people. Then this is what I have. This allows you to jump and do quite a bit of damage to people. It also does. It also slows people. So if you're trying to chase someone, this is a good mace to work on. All right, and then we got this one, which has the battle house. Summon a circle, silencing all enemies for 3 seconds and purging all. Silencing all enemies for 3 seconds and purging all buffs from them. And it also increases your threat to mobs. That doesn't affect players. So these are some of the differences. There's probably maybe one more mace that I'm missing in there somewhere. Let's go to the end. Maybe. No, nothing. Okay, I don't see it. Maybe we got them all. But you can see that the top two and the bottom one are going to be the same. It's just that middle one. So that's really the one you're going to be really wanting to choose. So I actually am pretty intrigued by this one right here, being able to knock everyone back. Oh, wait, this is a split the earth one. I actually am not as excited about this one because it's really easy for people to dodge this one. So I'm not as interested in that. This one is interesting. I mean, it definitely lowers people's damage, which is pretty awesome. You know, I might get this just to play around with it. It's pretty cheap. It's only 18,000. So I'm gonna just buy it just to play around with it. And then we'll also just get a more normal mace. You can also click up here and choose how many enchantments you want. Each enchantment is like going up an extra tier. So going up to a level 1 with an extra 1 is going to essentially give me tier 7 gear instead of tier 6. And so you can see it goes up a lot in price. If I go up to tier 6, we're talking about definitely going up in price. And so I'm not really rich enough to buy that yet. I might be
one
rich.
more tip.
Yeah, go for it.
When you want to buy armor and weapons,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not rich, don't buy, for example, 4.3, because there's like tier 7,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really expensive. Just instead of that, just buy 5.2, because it's again tier 7, but it's just less expensive.
Yes. Yep. So right now, would you recommend I get 6.1 or 5.2?
I think I mean, you can see which one is cheaper.
Cheaper, yeah.
To be honest.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, we'll just play around with this other mace for a little bit. I'm kind of intrigued by it.
And also, see which one has better quality. For example, there are armors that have good quality and others have excellent quality.
That is a great tip. So if you flip through these, you'll notice that some just look a little different. Like this, that top one, that top master mace looks different than this top Master Mace. And the difference is that it has a higher quality. So when you click on it, you'll see there at the top right, it says outstanding quality. And so its item power is 1053 versus this one, same gear and everything, it's 1033. So that 20-point difference is pretty good. To give you perspective, 100 points is essentially that next tier is 100 points difference. So at least it is at the tier I'm at. I don't know if that's true for all tiers. Before I make a more official tips and tricks video, I'll make sure to find that out.
You'll get for you guys. Lots more power when you get to. There's a big difference between tier 7 and tier 8. That's where you see the difference. Because, for example, I have 7.3 because I haven't unlocked tier 8 yet, and I have like 1200. And the what it's called, the tier 8 guys, which have 8.3, they have like 1600. So that's 400 points difference.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna go to armor. And I'm going to go to plate armor. So this is actually the same thing where we're dealing with it. So this is actually the same thing. Oh, you can see here there's 3 different qualities right next to each other. So there's good quality, there's excellent quality, and then there's outstanding quality. Wait, excellent is better than outstanding? How does that make any sense?
What did you say?
Excellent is better than outstanding.
I mean...
That's weird. That's not good English. Outstanding should be better than excellent.
I mean, the devs are Germans, so...
The Germans. No. Okay, well... Anyways, there we go.
At least they're not Russians.
At least they're. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, so what I'm looking for though is I'm wanting something a little different. This one is a really good. The Master's Guardian armor gives you this buff that decreases the damage of everyone around you and slows them, and I really like this buff. But we're going to look at the other stuff just to see what the other options are for us. Okay, so here's Master Knight. Okay, so this adds a wind wall, which is cool. It knocks people back, can be useful, but personally I like to just be able to shut down the damage dealers, especially because as a tank, my job is to, protect my teammates, so it allows me to protect my teammates a lot better.
Oh, Firza, by the way, you've made the tournament, and we won it.
Y'all won the tournament?
Yes, we won it. It was me, TK, Fritz, Rebro, and Avron.
That's amazing. Well, if I had been in there, y'all probably wouldn't have won, though.
Yeah, I mean, we had such a good build.
Yeah.
We just dominated everyone.
That's awesome. That's so cool to hear. Alright, what's the other type of armor?
Next one is on next Sunday. So
I'll try to
Oh, you said you're on
I'll be on vacation, but that doesn't mean I can't play.
Oh, you can play on phone, right?
Masterpiece. So Masterpiece is the best. You can see here. It's really good. That's really high in the extra gear score. So, oh, here we go. Graveguard. What does this one do? Soul Chain. Latches a chain onto the target enemy, dealing magic damage. Target that stays within a 30-meter radius around you will be pulled towards you. Target that stays within. Okay, so I've actually seen people use this against me, and it's really annoying. I think it's a little bit better for someone who's more of a damage dealer, because basically if you're trying to chase a maybe not, but basically this is for chasing people. You want to you're trying to get that squishy archer or whatever, you're trying to close the deal on him, you use this and it's going to pull him towards you, and you know, it's a great way to finish the job. Okay, and then there's the demon armor, which does an R around you while channeling. It reflects 50% of damage dealt to you and up to 9 allies as magic damage. Increases all damage resistances of affected allies. Holy crap. So basically, it makes you and up to 9 allies reflect 50% of damage. That's insane. That would be really good for 10v10. Because basically what that does is if you get in this crazy clash where it's like, this is the moment, you pop that skill and you and all your allies are going to start reflecting 50% of the damage done to you. That's going to be a huge turning point in a fight. But I'm not actually building my armor for 10v10 right now, so I'm not going to focus on that right now. And Graveyard, that's really not my playstyle. It's a good one, but that's not really what I'm gunning for right now. What I'm gunning for is the Guardian. I really like it. It helps me help my team. And so we're going to go for... So we're going to go for Master Guardian. Okay, so we're going to go for Master Guardian, and you know, this is not that expensive, not that much extra to get the excellent quality, and so I'm going to go for it. That's going to give me a little bit more extra defense, and so I'm going to hit buy on that. Now here's where you have a couple options. I can buy it just straight up for the price it is, or I can do a buy order. And whenever you switch to a buy order or a sell order, whatever price that shows, it already tells you that that is being matched with the highest price, or in sell order, the lowest price available. So you know that you're competitive at that price. So if you go, I'll buy it for 1 more silver, then you're going to be at the top of the list. If someone wants to sell it for, you know, if someone wants to just sell that item without doing a sell order, you're going to be top of the list until someone beats you. If you just click it up once, or you can click up a few, but honestly, so when you hit buy order, click it up once, then you'll be at the top of the list if you're really wanting to compete with people. But honestly, I'm up for just buying it. Oh my gosh, that is such a big difference. Never mind. I'm going to do a buy order, and I'm going to click plus a few times, and I'm going to hit buy order. Yep. Okay, so now if someone goes to sell that piece of gear, then they are going to, mine's going to be at the top of the list, at least for now. And that just saved me, if someone does end up selling it to me, that just saved me, 7,000 silver. Okay, so now we're going to go, okay, so let's switch it up a little bit, and let's go into selling. It says my inventory is empty, which is not true. So let's, oh, that's right, because it says plate armor. So I'm going to hit all on that, I'm going to hit all on that, and I'm going to hit all on that. Okay, so now it's showing my gear in my bag. I don't want to sell any of this stuff. I don't want to sell my healing equipment that I use for PvP often. But I do want to sell all of the resources that I got. So I'm going to click sell on this. Now I could sell this for 37 silver, or I could sell this for 40, which is better. Obviously, I would make more money, but I would have to wait until someone bought it. That's the best price. But if I am hitting sell, that means someone already has a buy order for 37, which is not that much different, and I don't want to just sit there waiting around, so I'm just going to hit sell on that. It's not a big difference. But anytime you go to sell something, go ahead and click sell order and see the difference. So this one's even lower. The difference between it is just 29 to 30. There is a buy order for pretty much the same price that people are selling it for. So there's no reason for me to wait for that extra silver. I'm just gonna, look at this. This is just 2 off. So I'm just going to sell it, and that way I get my money instantly. But it's good to always check. So you want to click that sell order, see if it's different. If it's not that much different, then just sell it instantly. But if it is a big difference, then you might want to put a sell order in.
Oh, guys, by the way, once you have like some millions to invest in something, like millions of silver, you should invest in like potion skills and food skills, so you can become a crafter. Because if you become a crafter for potions, food, mounts, for example, and other things, you will earn a lot of money.
Okay.
And by that I mean a lot. For example, I want to become I'm working on my way to do that. On becoming a crafter for mammoth. It's one of the best mounts in the game, and basically you pay like 80 mil for the materials and everything you need, and then you sell it for 300 mil, which is crazy profit.
That's a lot of profit. Okay, guys, y'all just saw that. I just went and I went ahead to order. It was like a 400 silver difference or 300 silver difference. So I went ahead and just put a sell order for it, but then I made it 100 lower than the other guy's sell order. So I'm making a little bit less money, but I'm still making 200 more than if I had just sold it immediately. And so those go pretty quickly. One thing is just knowing the market, knowing what things are going to sell. I know that those sigils are going to be sold pretty quickly. And so I thought it's worth, spending the time on it. So we're going to go back to armor. And we're going to go armor. And we're going to go plate. Sorry. Armor, plate, helmet. And we're going to go tier 6. And 1 buff. So, this is pretty cheap. So the Master Knight helmet. I actually don't know what this does. So this makes you, you're just immune to crowd control or forced movement and crowd control. You're resistant, which is good, and it helps your allies. I'll consider it, but all right, we got the soldier. This blocks incoming attacks, immune to damage and all crowd effects while channeling. So that's cool. That's definitely something. All right, Master Guardian helmet. Provide an emergency shield for up to 5 allies within a 5-meter radius around you, absorbing damage before resistances based on their current health.
Also, a very useful tip that helped me a lot in the past days is farming fame in black zones. I've seen a lot of people just farming fame in yellow zones and stuff like that, but that's not really worth it, because if you do it in black zones, you get like 10 times more fame.
Okay, you're gonna show me how to do that in this episode. If you can get on, let's do it as soon as that video renders out, because that is actually something I've heard is the best way to get fame. But my issue is, I'm nervous because it's a black zone. They're gonna just
basically
kill me.
How to I don't know, there's like Garasu and Avron who has they both have more experience than me in black zones, but in the past days I farmed only in black zone. So basically what I do is just go in a black zone through a portal.
Wait, hold on real quick. So here's the Master Graveyard helmet. Sacrifice yourself for the targeted ally. Can't be cast on self. Healing the target 25% of their max health. You take 15% of your max health as true damage. So that is a very intriguing one, but because, I don't know. It's that requires a pretty amazing timing to be able to do it. I would say if you are a healer with heavy armor, which I don't necessarily recommend, but that is an option, that might be great. It might be good if you really know who you're playing with. I play with a lot of randoms in the arena, which I shouldn't because it's infuriating. But
oh yeah, definitely.
It's sometimes hard. I play with a lot of Europeans, and they're not on when I'm chilling, ready to do the arena. So,
yeah. So basically, how I go into Black Zone is some people go through the portals.
Okay,
zones.
sorry. You're gonna show me this.
Okay,
enchant your weapon, silencing the target for 7 seconds with your next normal attack. So that is pretty awesome. Oh, this looks cool.
First up, by the way, make sure you buy like a low tier armor and weapon from where we're going in Black Zone, because we might die.
Now, can I use just my tier 5 gear now that I have tier 6, or is that too high?
You can see how much your gear is.
Okay, what
like,
is for going for the Black Zone? What is my estimated value should be?
My gear is around 200k.
200k. All right, we're gonna.
But that's because I have a lot of silver and I can afford that. But
well, I know, but I have you, and so I can afford it too.
Okay.
Okay, so real quick, so the Master Helmet of Valor gets Purifying Smoke, Radius, cleansing all crowd control and debuffs from allies, purges all buffs from enemies within smoke. Okay, that one's a little weird. It's not really. And then this one, Ballista Support Fire. Calls in Ballista Support Fire, targeting, stunning all enemies within 3 mile radius. 3 meter. Okay, so this is interesting. There's a lot of options. Ironically, I haven't seen my helmet, the one that I use.
What helmet do you use?
I use the Expert Judicator, or the Judicator helmet.
Oh, that's for the mace. Yeah, I don't know much about that.
All right, let me type it in. Judicator. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's because it's so expensive. Okay, well we're not gonna spend 200k on a helmet. So let's pick one of these other ones. So this one was cool, but I don't like it as much.
What there is the Judicator, whatever.
What, the Judicator helmet?
Yeah.
It was
yeah,
200.
What was it?
Tier 6. Well, so I have the tier 5 one. The tier 6 one is 200k for a tier 6.
Is it like
6.1.
Oh, so it's 6.1. Okay. And the other one, it's 5.2.
5.1 is what I have.
Okay.
I'll go check 5.2.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm kind of interested in this this shield.
So you like using mace, I assume, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like using the mace for sure. I mean, I'm super tanky and I can annoy people like crazy. If you want, I can
give you a 1v1 build for the mace, which is in the meta right now, and it's very good. If you get some practice with it, you can just demolish lots of classes and lots of players.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let Nevo buy me my gear. This is a much better plan than what I was about to do. So right now we're just gonna okay. So it looks like this helmet is worth a lot. Let me check. Okay, it's worth quite a bit.
Though there might be a problem because you might not have unlocked some of the armors in this build. So that means I can't buy you.
No, I've unlocked all tier 6 gear for heavy armor.
Okay, so wait, have you unlocked Cultist Call? Can you just go into your classes where you see your
okay tree. Well, is it heavy armor?
No, I think Cultist Coal gives you... It's very, very good, and I also use it. It gives you an ice protection. So basically, you just can't get any damage while you use that skill.
But what type of armor is it?
I don't know. You can check it if you want in the market. And see if it's red or yeah. Because if it's red, I can't. You need to get fame to unlock higher tires.
Okay, so I have a backpack that I really want to use because it gives me plus 40 fame, 40% fame.
The video rendered.
Okay, so I want to use this backpack because it gives me plus 40% fame. But
oh, wait, can you tell me the name of the backpack?
It's the Master Satchel of Insight.
Yeah, so you get more fame, which is good, but it also takes you silver for each fame you get.
Not much compared to the silver you get. I mean, it's crazy high. The fame it's cheap.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Okay, so
stay honest.
Hopefully I don't die. I mean, I'm super tanky. It would be hard to kill me.
Come again.
I've just rendered the video.
See you later.
Okay, so what is the armor I should be looking at?
So Cultist Coal.
Spell it.
CULTIST.
Got it.
Did you find it?
Master Cultist Sandals?
No. It's Cultist Coal. It's a hood.
Okay, what is the second word called?
COWL.
Alright. It is not work with me, but I'm curious what kind of armor it is, because is it a unique armor or is it a
I mean, the thing is, in this game, it's not like Frostburn that you need to have.
No, it's not that but that's what I'm specialized in.
I mean, you.
All right, I'm gonna look it up here.
Specialized.
Yes, you
do. For example, in this game, there are armors, for example, plate sets and stuff like that, which can also be used in builds for archers and mages.
Okay.
You know.
Found it.
It all depends on the skills.
I understand.
The item has.
Okay, so it is cloth. So it is a cloth armor. I have to specialize in order to use it. I have to get good at. So are you saying that the best mace players use cloth armor?
Not all cloth armor. So if you want, I can tell you I can give you a screenshot if you want with the build, or I can just.
Yeah, send me the build. But well, actually, send it to me after this video. Let's go, and let's take me to the black zone. Let's do this.
Okay. I'll also buy a map so we can boost it to a dungeon.
Okay.
Because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a dungeon in Black Zone.
Great. And are we doing a solo dungeon together, or are we doing a team dungeon?
A solo dungeon. We can't do a team dungeon. Not even with the whole guild we can do a team dungeon. Because it's a Black Zone.
Now, do you lose your mount if you die in a black zone?
Yes. Yes, you lose everything you have.
My gosh. So when you die in a red zone, do you lose your mount?
Yes.
So what is the difference between black and red zone? Is it just a harder zone?
No, so in red zone you gotta choose between passive and aggressive, and in Black Zone is free for all.
Got it. Wait, but can we be friends in Black Zone?
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna invite you, and you're in guild with me.
There we go. So that's another tip for you guys that I didn't know yet. You can see there that I have 12,000 this horse, and then if you hold your cursor over it or you put your thumb on it, you can see that I'm worth 169k right now.
If you go into your inventory again, I'll show you one more thing.
All right, show me one more thing.
Do you see your avatar? Like near your name?
Yeah.
On top. Okay, do you see on the left like an arrow or something?
Yep.
Press on it.
Yep. I see it.
That's where you see your damage, item power, reputation, learning points. Everything.
Yeah, I see it. What does reputation do?
I don't know.
Okay, so what you guys just watched was actually an hour of footage. It might not seem like that because we, cut it down. And so I hope you guys enjoyed that tips and tricks video. Those of you who are familiar with my tutorial channel video might be really disappointed right now with how long it took to just cover 32 tips, whereas in that same amount of video on my other channel, I'd have like 400 tips for you guys. But there it was. I hope that stuff helped. It's definitely, I'm learning a lot. But what ends up happening when Nevo takes me to the Black Zone ends up being another hour of footage, and it is mind-blowingly, it is amazing. And so in the next episode, we are going to release that. Hopefully it'll come out tomorrow, though I'm not 100% sure. It depends how well these Albion videos are doing. But if it does, the name of that video is going to be Tier 8 Black Zone, Nevo leaves me to die. But then... ... The craziest stuff happens. It is an awesome episode, and it's going to be the next one. All right, guys. I'll see you next time.